invitation. I just invite you to my Allah. Ala basiratin ana wa man ittaba'ani. I have got a complete insight, means internal knowledge, interior knowledge, along with my companions. I, along with my companions, got interior knowledge, insight. Wa subhanallahi wa ma ana min al-mushrikeen, and I glorify my Allah, and I have got nothing to do with the pagans. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ إِلَّا رِجَالًا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِمْ, and we did not send any prophet, any apostle, but men from the habitations of the human society. They were residing in the human population. Nuhi ilayhim, to whom we have been making the revelation, to whom we have been sending the message. أَفَلَمْ يَسِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ, didn't they travel in the land? فَيَنْظُرُوا, and see كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ, and see how the end of people before them was, how the people before them ended in the world. وَلَدَارُ الْآخِرَةِ خَيْرٌ لِلَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا, and the abode hereafter is much better than this one for the people who followed the attitude of piety. أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ, don't you understand? This is the verbal translation of the passage I recited before you. Now I would like to make my comments and exegesis on the passage. Here Quran says this is a proper way to meet the parents. Though he was king of the country, though it was against the discipline of that country that a king should meet like this, but being a prophet of Allah, he felt it to be very necessary to pay full respect to his parents. However great one is, but he is duty bound to pay respect. However great officer one is, one's duty is to pay respect to the parents. And وَرَفَعَ أَبَوَيْهِ عَلَى الْأَرْشِ وَخَرُّوا لَهُ سُجُودًا, he raised them on the throne. Throne is a seat which is exclusively utilized and exercised by the sovereign of the country. And you must have seen in the society that special seat is not given to anybody else, however close or intimate friend one is. But here the Prophet says that the speciality of rank or dignity or grandeur cannot be observed in front of the parents. One has to sacrifice all of his grandeur, splendor, majesty, and magnificence. وَخَرُّوا لَهُ سُجَّدًا, and they paid respect to Joseph alayhi salam. They prostrated themselves respectfully in front of Joseph alayhi salam. So this prostration is a very disputed matter according to Islamic ideology. It is admitted fact that the liturgical prostration is not lawful for anyone in this Sharia or the previous Sharia. No previous Sharia was legalizing any prostration of liturgical, devotional, sajda ibadat. The liturgical prostration was not lawful neither in previous Sharias nor in this Sharia. And as far as the prostration of respect is concerned, it was lawful in previous Sharia. But according to our Sharia, now the prostration for the respect cannot be paid to anyone. Only the standing as respect is lawful, because Nabi Kareem was reported to have said in respect with Saad, Kumu ila sayyidikum, please stand up for your chief. Here some of the people are of the opinion that since Hazrat Sa'd radiyallahu anhu was badly injured and he was in not position to get down off the horse, therefore Nabi Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam asked the companions to help him getting down. But this interpretation is not acceptable because there is a principle of Islamic jurisprudence that whenever an order is imposed on an adjective, the radical of that adjective is a reason of the order. Means the order was imposed on Sayyid and the radical of Sayyid is Siyada. Wherever the dignity is found, the qiyam, the standing for the respect would be proved by this very hadith Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because the order was not imposed on Sa'd, Kumu ila Sa'd, but Nabi Kareem alayhi salatu wasallam said, Kumu ila Sayyidikum. Since the order was imposed, order was attached with the adjective, whenever and wherever the order is attached with the adjective, the radical of that adjective is a reason of the order. Wherever is siyadat is found, means the dignity is found, just like spiritual dignity, the lineage dignity, just like one believes, one belongs to the family of Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu anhu, one belongs to the family of Farooq Azam radiyallahu anhu, one belongs to the family of Haidar Qarar, to the family of Sayyidah Fatima, or some other person who is very respectable person, his sons or his daughters come. So according to Islamic law, the standing for respect would be legalized under this very tradition. Kumu ila sayyidikum. Because their dignity is Islamic dignity, therefore they should be respected according to this tradition. Here, the prostration for respect is not lawful. All of the authenticated Muslims are of the view that the prostration for respect is not lawful and it cannot be legalized, legitimatized, it is totally invalid. But it was lawful according to the Sharia. وَقَالَ يَا أَبَتَيْ هَذَا تَعْوِيلُ رُؤْيَاي مِنْ قَبْلِ. When they prostrated themselves in front of Joseph along with their sons, means the 11 brothers, the father, the mother, as it was mentioned in the beginning of this surah, Inni ra'aytu ahada ashara kawkabam washamsa wal qamara ra'aytuhum li sajidin. Oh my father, I dreamt as if 11 stars and sun and moon are prostrating themselves in front of me. So here Joseph, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, refers to the same dream that he had dreamt in the beginning of his life. He says, this is the interpretation of my dream I dreamt a long time ago. Qad ja'alaha rabbi haqa. And my Allah Rabbul realized it. My dream materialized. Means my Allah Rabbul changed my dream into reality. Now it is perceived. It is being perceived in the reality. Meaning as I saw the astral bodies, 11 stars and moon and sun prostrating themselves before me, I saw you, and you can be interpreted as sun and moon, and my brother can be interpreted as stars. Qad ja'alaha rabbi haqa. Allah Rabbul Izzat has changed my dream into reality. Here we can conclude that the dreams of the Prophet are always revelation. They were mentioned in the Holy Quran at different places. لَقَدْ صَدَقَ اللَّهُ رَسُولَهُ الرُّؤْيَا بِالْحَقِّ لَتَدْخُلُنَّ الْمَسْجِدَ الْحَرَامَ إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ آمِنِينَ. Nabi Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam had a dream of his entrance Makkah Sharif, and with a very peaceful way, and the same dream was realized by Allah Rabbul Izzat. It was changed into the fact, into reality. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was reported by the Holy Quran that Inni ara fil manami anni azbaquka fanzur maza tara. Oh my darling, I see you in my dream to be slaughtering you. I see myself to be slaughtering you. when you are being slaughtered, sacrificed, and I am the slaughtering person. And Ishmael alayhi salatu wasalam was reported by the Holy Quran to have said, "O my father, go ahead, carry on the order of your Lord." He did not say that it was just a dream, but he said it was order of Allah. It was enjoinment of Allah. You were obliged to sacrifice me, so I concede to your proposal. I am ready to be sacrificed. So all of the dreams observed by the prophets were believed to be revelations. But you must bear in mind that such a revelation was not inserted in the Holy Quran. All of the revelations collected in the form of the Holy Quran are revelations made in the wakeness through Gabriel. And all of the other types of revelations are believed to be the tradition ones. وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Whatever was said by Muhammad Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam, whatever was practiced by Muhammad Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam is believed to have been revealed by Allah Rabbul Izzat. Here he says, وَقَدْ أَقْصَنَ بِي إِذْ أَخْرَجَنِي مِنَ السِّجْنِ وَجَاءَ بِكُم مِنَ الْبَدْوِ. Here he counts the bounties of Allah one after another. This is the proper methodology of sustaining and maintaining the bounties of Allah. One should realize that these are bounties of Allah. I am not deserving person to be granted like that. It is just gift of Allah, Allah Rabbul Izzat. I was not entitled. He says, I was not entitled to be acquitted from the jail, from the prison. It is a bounty of Allah. It is a blessing of Allah. I am not a deserving person to be granted the kingdom. The kingdom was given to me. This is a bounty of Allah. It is a blessing of Allah. I am not a deserving person. So this is proper way to behave the bounties of Allah. One should not believe that I am very great scholar. I have got knowledge. No, knowledge is bounty of Allah. One should not believe that I am a very strong person. No, strength is a bounty of Allah. It was granted to someone. He was not deserving person. I am a very beautiful person. No, beauty is bounty of Allah. It was granted to you. You must be thankful to Allah Rabbul Izzat. You were not entitled to achieve it. Here Joseph teaches how to behave, how to treat with the bounties of Allah. He says, it is a bounty of Allah. It is His kindliness. My God was very gracious to me when He took me out of the prison, because I could have been put in the jail for the whole of my life, and there was no entitlement available with me to be acquitted from the jail. So it is bounty of Allah. It is blessing of Allah. He says, وَجَاءَ بِكُم مِّنَ الْبَدْوِ. No, you are sitting on the throne and you are resident of a desert. Look, my father, you must be very thankful to your Lord. It is His kindliness that He granted you such a son. He granted you such a good occasion. And He have bestowed the prosperity on you. He has conferred so many bounties on you. You were entrusted with the prophethood, with the prosperity, with the healthy sons. These are bounties of Allah. You must be thankful to Allah Rabbul Izzat. وَجَاءَكُم مِّنَ الْبَدْوِ means He is indicating the fact that there is a lot of differences between a desert and a king palace and a king throne. No, you are sitting on the throne of a king. Look the difference. Look the distance between the throne of the king and a desert. It is bounty of Allah Rabbul Izzat. Here, look, the proper way of behavior of the Prophet. His brother was criminal persons, and their intentions were very malicious, with bad intention. They committed everything with bad intention. and they were hating Joseph, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, and his brother Benjamin. But when he got the power, he overwhelmed them, he subjugated them, and he had to bow down in front of him. He did not make them realize their heinous action. He attributes the commission of crime to Satan. He does not say, these were Satan, or these were criminal persons, or these were bad person. I shall take the revenge on them. I shall attempt all of the retaliatory measures. But he says that it is not their sin. It is not their crime. But it was Satan to cause a disunity between brothers. Satan had stirred up a strife between me and my brother. He does not attribute, does not ascribe the commission of crime to his brothers. So this is the proper way to behave with the society. If you get power, if you subjugate your enemies, you must treat the enemies very politely. You will captivate him. You will grip him. And you will make him a good friend. Here, he does not say that these are the criminal persons. He was very cruel to me. They tyrannized me. They persecuted me when they were going to throw me, to cast me in the hell. I was entreating them. I was imploring them, oh my brother, you are my brother, please. I am your younger brother. We are offspring of the same father. We are living at the same home. We belong to the same family. I also belong with the same blood. Please don't beat me. Don't crush me. Don't kick me. All these activities were mentioned by the historians. Even Jami Rahmatullah says, Bazari harkera darpa fatade, bezari buruyesh pane hade. He entreated his brother very much, but nobody was there to listen. His entreatment. He implored his brother. He requested his brothers not to treat him like that. But they neglected all of his requests. But here does not make them remember all of the cruelties, all of the atrocities imposed by them on Joseph. He says that it was the action of Satan. He had stirred up a strife between me and between my brothers. Inna Allaha Rabbi Latiful lima yasha. He indicates towards the bounties, blessings and achievements granted by Allah Rabbul Izzat. He says that whenever Allah likes to realize his designs, he can do whatever he likes. No one is there to debar him. Nobody is there to prevent him. Allah is omnipotential and all-knowing and omnipresent. He can know whatever he likes and wherever he likes. So one should try to please Allah Rabbul Izzat. If he is trying to get something, all of the things can be obtained from Allah Rabbul Izzat. Means I am not going to endeavor against my brothers. I am not going to utilize my efforts against my brothers, but I shall try to please my Allah Rabbul Izzat, because in spite of their enmity, Allah granted me everything. And this is the lesson which is to be achieved by the Muslim society. Innahu huwal alimul hakim means Allah is all-knowing. He knows everything. And all-wise means He knows how to do. Means His all devices can be implemented because He is omnipotential. He is omnipotent. Rabbi qad ataytani min al-mulki. Now he pays thanks to Allah Rabbul Izzat. Oh my Lord, you have granted me the kingdom. I was resident of a desert and I was crushed by my brothers. They persecuted me very badly and I was cast in the well, and then I was enslaved by the travelers and I was sold in the market and I was put a palace, and then I was incriminated by the society, though my innocence was proved to them. I was totally immune, infallible, and totally sanctified person, but yet they put me in the jail. A person whose history is like this cannot be promoted as a king of the country, but it is your omnipotence. You did whatever you liked. وَعَلَّمْتَنِي مِنْ تَعْوِيلِ الْحَدِيثِ. And in addition to the kingdom, he explains the science of interpretation of the affairs. He says, this is a very, very precious, very valuable bounty of Allah Rabbul Izzat, that you educate me how to do. So this knowledge is a great wealth of Allah Rabbul Izzat. Whoever is taught by Allah Rabbul Izzat how to deal with the affairs, he was blessed by Allah Rabbul Izzat. He was entrusted with a great bounty. He says, Fatir as-samawati wal ard. Oh my Lord, these heavens and earth belong to you, because you are the creator. You are the sustainer. They cannot be maintained without you. All of the other people are just trustee. They are entrusted with the powers, and sooner or later the powers are withdrawn. So being a trustee, one should utilize the powers as trustee. Therefore, in Islamic civilization, the king of the country, the sovereign of the country, is believed to be a guardian. Just like a guardian can put his hand in the property of an orphan for the benefit and for the interest of the orphan, in the same way the king of the country, the resources of the country can utilize for the benefit of the subjects, for benefit of the public. He cannot utilize his own resources of the country for his personal interest. He is not entitled to do like that.